The biggest threat to your success is not failure. It's thinking you've got it all figured out. You see, the higher you climb, the easier it is to tune out advice. That's why most successful people in the world, athletes, CEOs, sales leaders, don't stop seeking guidance. They rely on mentors, coaches, and advisors to challenge them, refine them, and keep them from making costly mistakes. But most people, they do the opposite. They get comfortable, they stop listening, and that's when the decline happens. Let's talk about why you need mentors more than ever and how they can protect you from failure, even when you think you're at the top. My name is Adnan, and I've spent nearly 25 years of my life mastering how to sell. Over the years, I've experienced every high and low this game has to offer, eventually reaching the top as the number one volume producing sales rep in one of the largest and most respected home improvement companies in the country. But let me tell you, success is not a solo sport. If I had stopped listening, if I had let my ego take over, I wouldn't be here. The biggest mistake I see top performers make is thinking they no longer need guidance. They assume they've arrived, and that's exactly when they start falling off. That's why today I want to break down why mentorship isn't just important, it's essential. Not just when you're starting out, but especially when you're winning. Success has an interesting way of making people deaf to advice. The more you achieve, the harder it is to accept that you still have more to learn. If you look at professional athletes who lost their entire careers because they stopped listening to their coaches, think about the business moguls who made reckless decisions because no one around them had the courage to tell them no. It happens in every industry. I've seen salespeople who were once obsessed with improving. I'm talking obsessed with improving, suddenly thinking they've mastered the game after one good month or one good year. I've seen people who were once open to feedback surround themselves with yes men, and their performances start to suffer. And the scariest part, most people don't even realize it's happening. They assume they're still operating at their peak until reality hits and they're left wondering where it all went wrong. This is why it is so important to keep strong and honest voices in your life. You need people who challenge your thinking, who call you out when you're slipping, and who push you beyond what you think you're capable of. And here's the key. Your mentors don't always have to be wealthier, more successful, or even in the same field as you. A great mentor isn't defined by their net worth, but by their wisdom, experience, and ability to make you see things differently. A seasoned entrepreneur might teach you how to think long-term instead of chasing quick wins. A disciplined athlete could show you how to build mental toughness needed to power through rejection. Even someone outside of business, like a spiritual mentor, can help you develop patience, resilience, and emotional intelligence, all of which directly impact your ability to perform at a high level. My first and greatest mentor was my dad, the man who gave me unconditional love and support at every stage of my life. Though he had no money, he was the richest man I ever met. Rich in wisdom, joy, and in the way he embraced life to the fullest. His laughter was infectious, full of life and love, and he carried a sense of peace that made worry seem unnecessary. He taught me how to always do my best, with or without reward. He showed me that success isn't something failure isn't something to fear, but a source of wisdom, a stepping stone to something greater. He taught me resilience, the kind that allows you to face pain and hardship without complaint. He instilled in me a boundless imagination where nothing was impossible, where aiming high and missing was never failure, but just another step forward. Above all, he taught me courage to stand up for what is right, to work harder than anyone else in the room, and to face life's challenges with strength and determination. Towards the end of his life, when things got tough, when his health was failing, my dad still taught me how to lead. But this time he wasn't teaching me how to live. He was teaching me how to face the end with dignity. He never showed fear, even when he knew his time was short. Even when his body was breaking down, he didn't complain. He didn't make excuses. He didn't ask for pity. He held his composure. He held his respect. He held on to his grace. And in the final moments, he gave me one of the greatest lessons of all. That strength isn't just about what you do in life, but it's about how you carry yourself when life is slipping away. My dad taught me how to live with courage. And in the end, he taught me how to leave this life with courage as well. His lessons shaped not just the man I became, but the success I've built. And for that, I will always be grateful to my first and greatest mentor, my dad. So how do we find the right mentors? Number one, seek out people who challenge your perspective. If you're only surrounded by people who agree with everything you say, you're in the wrong room. Look for those who question your decisions and push you to improve. Have people in your life whose words command your silence, not out of fear, but out of respect and trust. These are the mentors, the wise ones, the voices of experience who have walked paths that you have yet to tread. You may not always agree with everything they say, but that's the point. Too often we justify we argue, we explain ourselves instead of simply receiving wisdom. Find those people. The ones who, when they speak, you don't talk back. You just listen. Number 2, find individuals who have mastered areas you struggle with. You don't need a perfect mentor who knows everything. You just need people who can sharpen you in specific ways. Have questions prepared, but never confirm your answers. You listen intently as if you've never heard that perspective before. Remember, knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. Knowledge speaks, but wisdom listens. This is something that, you'll see, this is something that most intelligent people fail to understand. They become so consumed with what they know that they stop listening. They focus on proving their point rather than seeing and understanding another person's perspective. When you become that person, you always need to be right. You miss out on valuable experiences and meaningful friendships and a chance to truly learn how people think. Real wisdom is not about having knowledge. It's about knowing when to be silent, when to listen, and when to let someone's perspective expand your own. So stay coachable. The moment you believe you no longer need guidance is the moment you stop growing. So stay humble, stay coachable, and I wish you all a great, successful career and life with whatever you're doing. And put your thoughts in the comment section. Let's continue this conversation. I'm going to personally respond to each and every one of you that puts their comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.